Hey, welcome back. Another day, another vlog. Woo! Big show today. Very excited. Super excited. Hope you can join us for the whole show. Got a lot to chat about. Let's get into it. Right. As of 7 p.m. tonight, on the channel, YouTube channel, the Boca Bearings sponsored video will go live. I got approval today from Boca. They're happy with it. They like it. They love it. I'm excited that they liked it and they loved it. So that's just exciting enough for me. After all the hard work, I'm hoping everyone enjoys it. So if 7 p.m. Perth time, Australia, so wherever you are, I guess just go to Apple, go to your world clock, chuck in Perth, you'll work out the time frames. It'll probably be, I think it's about 14 hours behind for LA, so it'll be like 5 o'clock yesterday, or 5 o'clock this morning for you guys in the States. So, but when you get up, go check it out for us. That'd be much appreciated. Hope you enjoy it. It was a lot of hard work, and I'm super excited about working with Boca on this. It's been a lot of fun, a lot of learning, a lot of development for myself, and very cool because I get to help them back out because they've helped me in the past with our fishing team, as I've said before, and also they've given me a chance to give a giveaway too. So we're going to be doing a giveaway. I'll talk about that at the end of the show. You can see I've got a bit of stuff on the desk, so I'll run through it then, but let's get through some of the news before we get to that. Rightio, HSV. Huge news after the announcement the other day of Holden shutting down in Australia for good. Done. No more Holden. Finished. All over. 2021. That's it. They don't exist in Australia. 800 plus employees at Holden branches to lose their jobs. HSV Walkinshaw, which is the guys that do the compliance for like your Silverados and your Corvettes currently. They do the compliance from left-hand drive to right-hand drive to bring into Australia. They will take over servicing stuff for any Holdens left over, so I'm not sure if they'll take over the branches and just become HSV branches, and it'll just be compliance plate stuff coming through from the States in those Holden branches. I'm assuming a fair amount of them are going to shut down. Maybe one in each capital city might survive and become a HSV dealership only. I'm not sure how that will work, but that's obviously announced. So it's pretty sad news for Australia, for our motoring industry. It's pretty much destroyed completely now with Toyota leaving last year. That was the end of any sort of manufacturing in Australia for cars, and now it looks like they're all just completely leaving. So we're going to become an import-only country, which is just bloody terrible. We have a lot of smart people in this country. It's a shame that. And unfortunately, I think it comes down to wages and cost of living. You just can't afford to manufacture anything here. I can imagine having to pay. That's why mining ore costs so much. You have to make billions because it costs a fortune just to pay people just so they can afford a house to live. So it makes it very hard. So yeah, but the good news, we have some good news coming back through HSV, and especially for myself, I'm a big fan of utes. I've driven utes all my life. I've had a Datsun 1200 ute, which is my favourite car ever. I've had a 1954 F100. I've had a Mitsubishi Triton ute. I've had a Ford Falcon XR6 Turbo. I've multiple utes, and obviously work, Land Cruisers, all the utes you can imagine. I've driven them all. HSV's bringing in the 1500 Silverado. So that's the smaller version. You can buy them now. The big suckers, the big dualies, they're massive utes. They're about 140 grand. They're pretty exy, and they're a massive car. They're not really for just running around and doing work in. But the 1500 is basically like a 1-ton ute, or it's actually a little bit bigger than a 1-ton, but it is very similar. So it's going to be going up against your Land Cruisers, your Rangers and stuff like that. They're guesstimating the price of about 80,000 bucks Australian. It's going to be a little bit more than the 1500 Ram, which is currently on sale and doing very well. We talked about that the other day, how Rams, I think, up 90% in sales. So with that 1500 size, they'll do well. And I believe this is the current generation Silverado, where the Ram is the older generation. So with the Ram, you're getting 3 or 4 year old technology. With the Silverado, I believe this will be the brand new one, which is really smicko, and I'd love to get my hands on one. So definitely be worth, I think this will do really well. It's going to come out, start off with the V8, the 6.2 litre Ecotech V8, 313 kilowatts, 624 Newton meters of torque, 10-speed auto, and I have a 4.5 ton towing capacity. So perfect for boat owners, guys, trailers, riggers, workers, all the tradies will be loving this. Be great off-road stuff. It's got that big V8, so all the boys will love it. Definitely do very well, I think, at 80 grand. It's probably going about right. I think the Ranger Raptor's around the 70 odd mark. So you get a bigger car with a V8, a proper V8, which is what everyone in Australia has been wanting for a while. Since the demise of Holden and Ford, the V8s have gone. This will bring back the V8. And yeah, I think it'll be pretty exciting actually. And it may give some more sales, which may save some people some jobs in the Holden circuit, so fingers crossed. Folding phone, still breaking. Lots more reports on the Razor and the Z Flip. Z Flip, the little plastic seal that's supposed to keep dust out, doesn't keep dust out. Heaps of cracking on the glass on the fold side. Razor still having the same dramas as well, cracking, warping, bubbling or ripples coming into the fold section. It's sort of like it's jamming up or whatever. So yeah, both struggling. So yeah, if you are thinking about one of the folding, I guess, unless you really, really must have it, may pay just to give it a little bit of time, a couple of months. Let the company sort it out. Let the early adopters test and try and bust them. And then they'll come out with the fixes for them like they did with the other Samsung Fold. Haven't heard any issues about that since its re-release, once they fix the issues. So if you maybe get a little bit of time, then I think they'll be good to go from there. Jetman, jetpack, guy with a wingsuit with a jetpack on. The highest altitude, set the altitude record for a man with a wingsuit. Took off Dubai, shot up, hovered over the water, and then straight up into the sky. Go check it out. It was pretty cool. I thought just a bit of a mention, a bit of fun stuff in there. You can imagine the repercussions of something this, a guy with a little suit that's no wider than this toolbox, being able to shoot off and fly high altitudes, what that could mean for definitely for the Army and Air Force and stuff like that. You can imagine what they're going to be doing with stuff like that if they aren't already using it. Sneaky fly in and drop a bomb, handheld drop a bomb for just perfect placement. So yeah, it'd be pretty cool. All sorts of things. But down the road, some pretty fun stuff. You can imagine some sports, some high speed things like that Red Bull Air Race, but you can do it with wingsuits and set time records. That'd be pretty cool. Nikon is bringing out a firmware update for their Z6 and Z7 that will increase the autofocus, definitely, and more so for the animals. So it'll have eye detect for the animals, for dogs and horses. So that'll be pretty cool. Actually, when I went to the Canon event last night, there was a lady there that shoots a lot of horses and stuff and must be shooting them as a professional. So she does that with animals and that. I think she does all the shows. So this is pretty cool that the manufacturers are thinking about everyone that uses a camera, not just the sort of mainstream, I guess, because there is obviously huge amounts in the horses. You see it at the Olympics with the dressage and all that. There'll be people that need to understand horses and animals for the dog shows, that like the Crupps event in England, which is huge. So to have those guys that can understand that, and now with a camera that's dedicated to that, that's going to make it a lot better. And I think they'll help out their sales. I'm not sure how many, but it's good to see them sort of covering their bases a bit, and that autofocus should improve also up to that Z50 level. We all know the Z50 from all the reviews that it has a better autofocus system than the Z6 and 7. Well, now it should bring that back up and fix that issue and get it on at least on par, we hope. TCL. Speaking of folding phones, TCL's gone a different avenue at the Vegas show. They brought out a prototype sliding or rolling phone. So basically, you've got your normal size phone, and in in the end sections, like the screen that just rolls out, I guess like a slide shutter, rolling shutter you pull down, or a projector screen. Projector screen, imagine that, you pull that out, it rolls back in. Well, that's what TCL, it'll fold out to make it to an iPad size. Pretty cool. And being it's rolling, it should not have the issues with bending, cracking, all that sort of stuff. It's going to be smooth. Obviously, you do the wrong thing to it, it'll clip into some sort of frame. I'm assuming some arms come out, and then you stick that on the end and you get a nice flat screen. Different way of looking at things, and obviously with the folding side, as I said, they're having a lot of issues, so maybe this is another avenue that they can look at. But TCL, they did say at the show, TCL and the Chinese guys are going to be pumping it this year, especially in the TV avenue, so look out for them. It's going to be cool and very cool. Very cool. I said that twice. Anyway, okay, there's my notes. I don't need any of that. Rightio, I do need them actually. How funny is that? Competition. The video will go live at 7. Basically, all I'd like you to do to enter, you just need to put a comment on the YouTube video in the comment section on what you'd like us to do with, what you'd like to see upgrade with Befor bearings next. Just give me a comment on that. That'd be pretty cool, whether it's an RC car or fishing reels or sort of anything like that. Just give us just a general, something we can throw back to forward to Befor and work with. And I will be picking a winner by next Wednesday, which I will announce on this Another Day, Another Vlog. So Wednesday, the 26th of February, on this show, I'll announce the winner. It'll just be a random selection. So it doesn't have to be 100% accurate what you give us. Just give us a rough ballpark idea and we can something to play with. That'll be pretty cool. You'll be getting a $50 voucher from Befor Bearings, so you can go on there and upgrade your fishing reels, upgrade whatever you'd like. So that's up for grabs, which is awesome. Thank you, Befor, for giving us those. That's awesome. What else? We've got 2 team hats. We've got a small medium, I think. Yeah, small medium and an XL in our proper team hats. So it's got our sponsor, Befor, on the back, Wu Tungsten, which we're a team member of as well, and obviously an ISO. They're fantastic hats, and they're made by Pucker, which make an amazing hat. And let me tell you, I have not taken this off since I've got them. Super, super comfortable. It's got the UV Cool Tech stuff on the back. So yeah, really good for hot weather, so perfect. They're in there. I'm also throwing in one of our last of the square type waterproof bags. So you've got a little fishing bag or boat bag for you. It's got one of our Nightcliff Tiger stickers on the front. And it's one of the roll types, so you can just take it out of the bag. There it is, backpack. So it's a backpack, and then it's the roll up type. So you've got heaps and heaps of storage. You just roll it up and then Velcro it on itself. Perfect, and then clip it over. Like that, beautiful. So that's up for grabs as well. Some stickers, see you in the NT. I'm a Territory boy, and this is a bit of a fun slogan we have in the Territory. It promotes tourism in the NT, and that's the main thing about it. It is a bit of a fun and a bit of a piss take. So I guess you can put them on wherever you want. You might get some angry people, you might get some upset people, but it is a bit of fun, and it does promote tourism, and it's done a great job since they've started it. So those boys, they've done a great job. Just some info and stuff about the bearings and stuff that Befor do. I'll chuck that in there so you can have a read and a bit of an idea of what they're capable of. They pretty much do anything and everything. Their new Befor Saltwater Series bearings for their fishing reels, definitely go check them out. They're fantastic. That is their top of the line. You can't get any better than that. If you boys working offshore, this is what you want. Anything in that salty, murky water, get those in your reels. They do, as I said, they do everything. They do from road, air, bikes, which we've done, marine, sort of anything like that. And then they do them in multiple packs, the whole lot. So there's a bit of info on the company there for you to have a look at and suss out. So I'll chuck that in for you to read. A good little mouse pad from Befor that they've given me to give out. Now this is good for sizing. So if you're trying to work out what size your bearings are, once you've pulled your old reel apart or bike or anything like that. On the smaller side, your RC cars, you're just trying to work it out. There's a really quick glance. You can just basically whack your old bearing down on here and straight away it'll give you a measurement. You don't need verniers or anything. So super simple. Brilliant idea by Bocker, so that'll be there for you. Some fun stuff now. I've got a little bit of a collar wrap from the Barra Classic, which they sponsor us in, from the Darwin Game Fishing Club. That's one of my ones. I haven't used it as such, so it's a good little giveaway, and these are things that you can't get unless you go. So that's pretty cool, a little buff there. And also some shirts from the Classic. Because we've got our team shirts, I don't really wear these as much as I used to, but I've got a couple of Classic shirts that I've never had to, I get one every year and I've never really used them as much, so I thought someone might be able to use them, and it'd be a great fishing shirt, and they're really comfortable and awesome. This one's from the 36 Classic, and I've also got one from last year's 2019 one, so two of those awesome fishing shirts in there for you, which you cannot get unless you've been in the Classic, and that's an invitation only. So they're pretty special. That's a little something for me to use, guys, my subscribers. I do appreciate you all, and I love having you aboard for the ride. It's been fun, and it's still fun, and I'm enjoying it. And I do appreciate when I get to do even more exciting stuff, like working with a great company like Bocker Bearings. So yes, 7 p.m. tonight, video go lives. Drop us a comment. Next Wednesday, on another day, another vlog, I'll announce the winner of that, and then I'll pack all this up and post it out to you. It's going to cost me a fortune, I can see this, but that's okay. It's a little something special, and I'm pretty excited about having my first sort of paid video, a bit of a stepping stone for me, hopefully, to bigger and better things. And I'm glad you're along for the ride. So yeah, don't forget, check out the video, hit the subscribe, hit the like on it, share it around everyone. If you know anyone that's into fishing or biking or anything like that, or into needs to do their reels up, again, let them know about the video. Anyone can comment, and I'll get back to those people and be able to, we'll make contact and work out a way to get it to them. Cool bananas. That's it for another day, another vlog. I've got to go do some more yard work. I've got to get the edging up because the grass comes tomorrow. That's going to be fun. Back will be smashed. So I'll probably be filthy dirty when I film this tomorrow. I might do it from the yard after I've done it. I'll show you my grass. I'll be proud of that. I think somebody else will be proud for my back. My back will be proud. That'll be all over. Anyway, that's it for another day. Hope you're well. It's Thursday. One day to go for the weekend. If you've got Friday off, well, that's even better. The weekend's on its way. Stay safe. If you're going home early, 2 o'clock, yeah, going home early, or you're already home and you've had the day off, even better. These boys out there working in the heat in the Pilbara at work, sorry guys. Have a lovely afternoon and have a beer tonight. And we'll see you all tomorrow evening. Thanks for stopping by, and ciao.